Very simple way to start a successful city in City Skylines. Now, there's a lot of different ways to start a city. This is the way I do it when I want something just straightforward. And it's going to be all two-lane roads. So the first thing I do is I extend my highways in with a one-way going in, and then a one-way coming out. Now, the reason we're using two lanes is because it saves a lot of money. Money is very crucial at the beginning of the game, you know. Now, with the two lanes, in order to utilize the space, most efficiently, you always want to go one unit to the first line. You see that line right there? Go right to the one line, and then I box it out. Come down two, come over a unit, and up a unit. And you see there's no wasted space. All this grid is where people are going to be able to build. So, extending more. This is going to be our residential area where people start building the houses and moving in. So you want to give yourself, I usually go about 3 squares worth. At the beginning of it, we're going to have some commercial areas so people can shop. So there's your residential. On the other side, we'll come this way. Up 1 unit, over a unit. This is going to be our industrial side. Now, you always want to keep your industrial away from your residential because industrial poisons the ground. And you poison the ground around your residential area, people will get sick all the time. And it'll be terrible. So, now that we got both sides built, you don't need to come over here to zoning. Yellow's industrial. Fill these in so they'll start building over here. Blue is commercial. Put that in front of a residential area. Give people places to shop. Before I forget, let me build a road going across. Go back to zoning. Green is residential. Make all this residential. It's going to fill up fast. I might even do some commercial up here. So there's the start. But now we got to get power and water to our town. So you can go renewable if you would like. That costs a lot of money, so I usually just go ahead and get a coal plant. It's a cool 19 grand, but it provides a lot of power at first. Bring some power lines over to where our residential area is going to be. And now we got to get water to our town, and you can do that either by building a water tower or a water pump. So if you have the water, you can come over here and you see the arrows in the water. That shows which way it's flowing. You always want to put your pump tower upstream from your drain tower because your drain tower is going to put a lot of pollution into the water and you don't want that pumped into your town. So you build both of those. Bring a pipe from the sewage and connect it to your pump tower. And then bring it to your town. The best way I've found to make sure that all your residents and everybody have water is just to follow your streets. Come over here, follow your street. It really fills it in nicely and keeps it nice and organized too. I used to have pipes going everywhere. So now we got power, we got water. My pump station and drain station are going to need power. And what I like to do with that, I like to give them each a windmill of their own. Because eventually you're going to need more pumps and more sewage. Boom. Put it there. And I forgot to mention at the beginning, the very first thing you want to do is pause your game. Because it'll start taking money from you right away. And if you leave it unpaused, it's going to drain all your funds. So pause the game first. And then start building. And now that we have everything built, I'll go up to the second speed and let the game take over. And you'll see over here in the residential area, they're already building. And if you see that number by my cash flow, it's already at negative 318. That's what would have happened while you were building your town. And it's terrible. Here we go, we're building nice and fast. Residential usually pops up first, residential and commercial. And then industrial will pop up. Got our windmills spinning over there. They did such a good job on the graphics on this game. It's very beautiful. Our funds are already at negative 1,000. But once people move in, population goes up, they start paying taxes. That's kind of how you get your money back. We got some houses built. Population's going up, you see at the bottom right of the screen. And the whole goal is to get to the milestones. I'll show you the milestones. The first one is to have 360 people in your city. Once you hit that milestone, I believe you get 20 grand. And then you can unlock the taxes thing that lets you increase taxes, let you make a little more money. Unlock schools and all that, the landfill site. So that's what it's really all about, is getting to those milestones. Now you see my debt, or the money spent, is going to start going down because I have people moving in. Already almost up to 100 population. Industrial hasn't started building yet. But you can see the residential area is already almost filled out. So I'm going to go ahead and build some more roads right now. Go to zoning. Boom, put some more of these. Yeah, you see that figure's down to 1,200 now. Once I get some industrial buildings popping off, they'll help collect some revenue as well. Commercial and residential. There we go. Our first industrial buildings are coming up. Population's already up to 215 about. Also, I'll start going up this way with it as well. Come across two with this. Don't want to get too close to the windmill because that makes noise pollution and people will be unhappy around it. Now don't forget to run power and water to the new roads that you're building. Let's get some water over there. Oh, it's already taken care of. A little bit right here. That residential area just fills up so fast. And you see, when I had finished building and started the clock, I was at $14,000. Built a few roads, and the money's been going. I'm already all the way down to 5,000. I usually like to leave a 15 to 20,000 cushion, because you're definitely going to lose money at first. There's no way around that I've found. See that red figure is about to be below 700. And I can even up the speed one more. And we're getting closer and closer to that milestone. Going to need some more residential here soon. And that milestone's right around the corner. Here it is. So, you unlock all this for the first milestone. Pause your game, see? Gave me 20 grand. And that's how you start a city, very simply, in this game. You know, make sure you use 2 lanes so you can conserve money. And keep everything nice and tight. I hope this helps.